Hey guys, I'm back. So it's been a while, and no, I'm not dead. This whole situation was not even planned for me, and I don't want to talk about it. But I do want to talk about this girl, and I should have talked about this when the video came out, but I'm a lazy idiot, and so here we are. But I'm still going to talk about it because freak it. A while back ago, an artist made a fan art drawing of a Pokemon character, and some people were mad, and I was one of those people who didn't care. So why were people mad? Well, it's because the character's skin color was slightly lighter, and this started a whole controversy. And people made videos defending the artist, except to one person. That person is who we're going to be talking about today. So let's begin.
Today I want to share my opinions on a very controversial topic that's rampant in the art community. I see a lot of white creators having strong opinions on these topics, and I want to add mine into the conversation as a black woman.
Already I have a problem with what she said. Here's a lesson I think she and people who think like her should know. Your race is completely irrelevant to what is true and what is false, what is right and what is wrong. If a white person said racism is not a big problem in the art community, and you said to him, you're only saying that because you are white, but then some black guy agrees with them, does that make it automatically true? No. What is true remains true, whether a black guy or a white guy said it.
Or coloring that one black girl from Pokemon, Nessa, with white skin.
So first of all, bringing up this person what the context that this person made this post after the controversy is kind of misleading. You're making it seem like this was the part of the main reason why people were upset, and not the fact that people were mad because the character's skin color was lighter. And this post was made to make fun of those people for getting mad over something that really wasn't that big of a deal.
However, when we look at mainstream media and the animations we get from there, you will quickly realize that there is still a huge imbalance in representation. Look no further than Disney or Pixar. Out of the slew of white princess movies we have, there is only one black princess and a couple of POC princesses. Majority is still white. That's why a lot of the times we either have to just deal with it or take matters into our own hands and draw our favorite characters to look like us. Doing this doesn't hurt anyone, and it's usually done to create inclusivity and even inspire black people to cosplay their favorite characters despite of their skin color.
Okay, this is dumb. How does drawing a black character white hurt anybody? And you can't say it hurts their feelings because I can say the same thing about drawing a white character black. And saying this inspires people to cosplay as their favorite character is stupid. If you want to cosplay as Elsa from Frozen, but you are black, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you, and nobody would care.
However, when it comes to whitewashing, what purpose does it serve to color that one black character in an ocean of white-skinned characters as white skin? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, maybe some people just want to see how a character would look like if they were white. And why you keep showing these drawings as if they were the ones that started it all? For those of you wondering what the drawing is, it is this one. Yeah, you can say that the color is a little bit different, but it is still intended to be black, and that's the person's art style. I've seen their art, and they always give their art a reddish tint.
Now that we have that out of the way, let's tackle this topic in context of an actual event that took place. There was an uproar a while back when a black Pokemon character called Nessa was introduced. She was immediately embraced by the art community, and artists from every background ran to draw fan art of her.
Here's the thing, it's not the creators that made Nessa white, it's just fan art. If the creators did do that, I can see why you would be mad, but they didn't. It's just fan art. And people can draw whatever they want, and there's nothing you can do about it, just like you can draw whatever you want.
Many non-black artists colored her paler and lighter skin than what she actually is, and a shit show ensued.
Now here's a big problem with that statement. What are you talking about? Many non-black artists? Are you kidding me? Now there are black artists out there, but there aren't many of them. I am confused. Are you referring to black artists, or are you talking about POC, or people of color? Because if you're just referring to black people, that is such a small minority in the world. Because just black people does not include Mexicans, Asians, and Indians, because they are not black. But you said POC, which also includes Asians.
There is only one black princess and a couple of POC princesses.
And this artist who drew this is not white. But now you are saying non-black artists. You're just making it seem like it's just white people who did this. And if all of these artists were Mexicans, they would still be considered non-black. So to simplify things, I'm just going to say that you are talking about black people and only black people. So let's continue.
Many non-black artists colored her paler and lighter skin than what she actually is, and a shit show ensued.
Okay, like I said before, there aren't many black people in the world, and that includes black people in the art community. So of course the majority of people who are going to be making these mistakes are going to be non-black. That's like saying the majority of people who get in hockey fights are non-Mexican. Of course, there aren't many Mexicans in there to begin with. Also, if you look at the art here, she's still brown. She's just not that brown, which could have been fixed if you guys responded a little nicer.
Many from the black community got upset and asked the artist to correct themselves and draw Nessa darker.
She tries to portray it like they were on their hands and knees, like, please, white man, make her slightly darker. And then these white devils picked them up and shoved them into the trash can. But what really happened was, draw this right, you racist. And the artist turned around and said, you talking to me? You talking to me? You calling me a racist? I'll show you what a racist is. And then they slapped on the gorilla.
Top of the morning, cheer ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye.
And granted, they shouldn't have, but it wasn't the artist who did this. It was just some people. But point is, you weren't nice.
Many YouTubers proceeded to cover this topic in a very one-sided way and dismissed the criticism that the black community put forth, saying that whitewashing isn't an actual thing and that people are mad for no reason. They completely ignored the blatant racism that some artists indulged in.
What are you talking about? This video was uploaded 3 months ago, while their video was uploaded 10 months ago. So they probably didn't see this, while you were there in the aftermath, so you ended up seeing a lot more. And Manga Common did talk about it, but he just talked about the people who made her skin white on purpose. And it's clearly a troll. These people were just joking. Well, maybe except the gorilla one. That's a little bit too far. But I guarantee you that if you met these people, they won't be racist, because they're just trolling.
The black people in the comments were well within their rights to give criticism when they saw the little representation that we do get being washed away. It's a valid reason to be concerned or upset.
Yeah, it is in your right to be upset, but you are not entitled to anything. And can you stop trying to make it seem like the people getting mad had this deep philosophical thought going through their head? All of them were just thinking, can you make the character darker? They weren't thinking, oh my goodness, they're going to take away the black character away. Also, what do you mean being washed away?
The little representation that we do get being washed away.
Nessa is still black. She did not turn white because of a fan art.
The blatant ignoring of our valid concerns and the deflection of the conversation to quote-unquote blackwashing was painful to watch.
You are not entitled to anything. They can ignore you. You have no power to what people can draw and what they can't. So saying them ignoring you is uncalled for is BS. They don't have to listen to you. And it's not a deflection. They are pointing out your hypocrisy. And just because you don't have representation does not mean it is not blackwashing. It still is. And even if blackwashing is a good thing, it's still blackwashing.
I do hope that every artist keeps in mind that when drawing a darker skinned character, they should do it properly. Otherwise, there will be the possibility of people misunderstanding your intentions and thinking you're lightening that character's skin because of a bias you might have for whiter skin. It's not a reach to assume that, considering how anti-black our society unfortunately is.
What are you talking about? Black people aren't the only different people here. If anything, there are larger groups that aren't represented at all. What I'm saying is that black people get way more representation than any group. And the reason why it's not 50-50 is because black people are not 50-50 with white people. So there would be less representation, obviously. But still, they get way more representation.
I also understand that not everybody that's accused of whitewashing art deserves it, but you also have to be mindful that these concerns are coming from a place of worry.
No, they are not. They are coming from a place of anger and frustration. Nobody is worried besides you. You are just saying this to make it seem like there is more than meets the eye. But most people mad about this are thinking, why do white people always draw dark characters white? That's how deep it goes. That's what she said.
There was somebody that said that they prefer to color lighter skin, and to that I say, go ahead and do it. But if you choose to draw a dark-skinned character, then draw them as they are. If not, then feel free to choose from the million other white characters and draw one of them.
No. That's not how it works. You don't get to decide what people can draw. And by saying something like that, you are encouraging people to draw what you're telling them not to draw. And they would do it just to troll you or make you mad.
That's a luxury for you that many don't have.
Art is a luxury for everyone.
My take from this whole mess is that this so-called blackwashing does not exist. People are just creating inclusivity and representation, and that's rubbing some people the wrong way.
It is still blackwashing. It does not matter that it is good or not. It is still blackwashing. Now, if it was official, I will have a problem with it. If it's fan art, I don't care. and neither should you.
And let's be real, the underlying issue that nobody's mentioning here, the biggest elephant in the room, is the extremely blatant racism in the art community.
There is no racism in the art community. It's just people messing around. What? Because a couple people did something racist, it's a huge problem?
Instead of having this make-believe conversation of blackwashing, let's focus on the real questions on why people have the urge to color dark skin whiter.
It's just a mistake. You are thinking too deeply about this. It's like if someone called you a pig because you were eating too loud, and you started thinking too deeply about it. Then you started thinking, why did he call me a pig? Is it because I was eating too loud? Or maybe he thinks I smell. Or maybe he thinks I'm not even human, like I'm an animal. Instead of, he called you a pig because you were eating too loud, and that's that. There was no deep thought about it. Well, the video is over. So do you agree or disagree? Tell me or don't. Either way, it's fine. Oh fuck. It's been a while since I've actually made a video. I feel kind of disappointed in myself because I I wanted to make a video a long time ago, but yeah, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it mostly because I feel like I'm complaining about something I always complain about. I'm always like, "Oh, I'm back, guys," and then I leave, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I was gone for such a long time." It's like I don't. I'm tired of doing that shit. I'll just, you know, I would just, I just hope you guys. I will deal with it. Okay, I'm tired of saying that. I hate myself for saying that. So, um, hope I can stay. Finally, I guess. And yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye.